How you doing today? I have a story that I want to share with you guys, and it's gonna be a little heartfelt one. Just want to share with you how the 9 to 5, whatever job you're working in, is gonna suck the living soul out of you, and it just tears you down, crumbles you up, and for a lot of us, we can't fight against it. I mean, it's a legitimate trap. They call it a rat race for a reason. You're circling around your motions, your routine. You wake up, you get ready, you go to work, travel, and you sit there for X amount of hours. I mean, granted, some of you may take longer bathroom breaks than normal. Totally understandable. Some of you smokers may head out to the fresh air and suck some really polluted air from your cigarettes or your vape. But my point is, I'm still there. I haven't done anything yet, but I do want to share with you some accomplishments I've made since this is day 8 of 90, that I am still on my journey of trying to succeed or do something beyond what I've been doing for the last 40 something years. I will be putting together a flyer, I guess kind of like a promotional flyer. I will be hosting with someone very close to me an event for young professionals or professionals. I wouldn't say young. Um, I don't know how old these people are, but we're not my list, but someone's list of entrepreneurs, VCs, funding, crowdfunding, things like that. People who are investing in ideas, technology, the works, right? Not a big crowd. It's going to be pretty modest, maybe like a classroom size, which is around 30 people or so, I'm hoping. And we're hoping to accomplish a recognition, right? A branding of some sort, because the person that I'm working with together has a very prestigious, I guess, or at least a good name standing in the industry that they're in, which is like venture capitalists or VCs. So um, I'm collaborating with this individual, and it's outside the realm of what I normally would do. And of course, it's after hours. It's sort of like a happy hour get together kind of an event. I will be, you know, facilitating, setting up, and doing all the heavy lifting, as you would call it, and setting up, and also I am touching on the whole kind of putting together a small, a very simple illustration of the event, something I've never done before. I've only seen it, every time when you pass a bar or you see like a 8 by 10 uh, picture on the window, and like, hey, happy hours from this time to this time, and please join us, whatever, something along the lines of that. But my point is, going back to the whole 9 to 5 soul sucking. Um, if you really don't enjoy working like that, and when I say you don't enjoy working, it's like you're there only because you need a paycheck. Maybe you have to pay child support. Maybe you have to put food on the table. Maybe you have a family. Maybe you're expecting a family. And maybe so many things, right? Maybe you have to feed the dog. Maybe you have to pay rent because rent is so damn expensive, or a mortgage. Uh, a lot of things hold you back, and not everyone is as fortunate to start a business and be prosperous, right? You got to take chances, you got to take risk. And those are the things that I'm trying to debate right now. I'm trying to figure things out as I'm going. I don't want to do it when it's too late, meaning I don't want to turn like 65 and then regret not having done anything. So I want to share with you guys that, if you have an opportunity to make these chances and jumps and risk and the ability to do it without any dependence right? Or without any low risk, right? Not everyone's going to have no risk. I mean, that's close, probably impossible. But unless you're living with your parents, they're paying for your food, they pay for your gas and car, and you don't have to pay anything, take those chances. I am just telling you from my own experience. I'm looking back at a time when I was still in college. I wasn't working, or at least I wasn't making a ton of money. Um, I was, still going to class. I was trying to figure out what to do. I'm home. I'm playing video games. I could see why, some parents would be upset, like you just waste your time doing nothing. But, as during that time, you don't think about these things. But in hindsight, you're like, "Ah, I wish I spent more time doing this. I wish I spent more time doing that." And then the most important thing is that I had a chance then because I was in college and I was in school, and my parents were literally there to support me. I had every opportunity to take a high risk venture. But to me, it would have been no risk because I didn't spend any money. Everything was there already. I could have done something more productive, is what I'm trying to say. Do I regret? I don't know if there's anything to regret because I never made the attempt. But is it too late for me to make an attempt now? The dynamics have changed a lot, but I don't feel like I should restrict myself, especially if I have high confidence. Now, risk is a different factor now. I mean, I have my own mortgages, I have my own bills to pay, I have my own food to buy, and I have my own family to feed. Just like probably how my parents were 20 plus years ago. But I do have backup, and I do have a strategy, and I do have supplemental income. Not just from my 9 to 5, but I do have other income from like my rental properties that I've invested through the course of these years, which for the most part I have been very grateful to do that at an earlier time, and it has worked out pretty well. Now, if I didn't have any of that, I would have just primarily relied on my 9 to 5, and going back to my original statement, that would have been the most soul sucking, life thrown away um, time of my life, because if I didn't have the job, I would literally have $0. One of my goals that I've accomplished way before, and this is not the 90-day challenge that I've been doing. The one of my goals prior was to make sure that I bought enough rental properties to equate or exceed the amount of monthly income I was making on my W 2, which I've done easily. And I was so proud of it at that moment. But even at that time, when I met that goal or passed that goal, I was, it didn't feel like anything. It didn't feel like I was doing any better. It was such a strange and odd thing to go through and experience. Like I set my mind on this, and it took me literally probably 3 4 years for it to happen, because I was just buying houses after houses, and I was just like, calculating the cash flow. And there were when I bought, you know one of the few properties, I started calculating. I was like, oh, I met, not only met, I exceeded my current monthly uh, payroll checks, payroll from my W-2 job. And it was it was like, okay, maybe I could do more now. Like it's just never satisfying. So it was interesting. But I'm very happy that I met that goal. And this time around, as I'm doing this video and speaking to you directly, is I'm setting new goals. What this goal specifically is, I have no idea. But from what I can tell right now, is I am headstrong about going through with hosting and collaborating and putting this event together. My goal here is to potentially meet someone that can use me. I mean, I would literally be like a prostitute at this point. I'm just kidding. Um, Maybe not the best choice of words. I would sell my services, right? What services do I have to sell? My IT services, my cybersecurity services, to any one of these people who are running their own businesses or working for another business that may potentially are looking for someone. And I would possibly be one of those people within this network, this circle, that may be of benefit to someone else. And vice versa. Maybe I'm figuring out things and I'm looking for someone to do, you know, t-shirt printing or, um, you know, a chef or so anything. It's my point. Anything. Just the amount of industries and the amount of professionals out there are just limitless. All right. So I just wanted to share that with you guys that you have to really, if you have the ability to do it, do it. If you feel like you're stuck at your job and you have no way out, find alternative ways to do it while you're still working that job. And hopefully it will work itself out. It will, hopefully with luck and chance and, you know, good aura, you may be able to make this side project or, whatever project you choose to be equivalent, if not more, than what you're making now on your W-2 or your job. Uh, those are probably something I would tell myself if I had the ability to when I was younger. If I had to talk, if I saw myself right now, 20 years ago, I would tell myself, just do it. Just do whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I had so many ideas back then. Just do it. Take your chances. Stop playing the damn games and do it. And I know what I did then. I spent a lot of times concentrating on technology, uh, very specific technology, and Cisco, Microsoft specifically. I'm not saying that wasn't beneficial. It helped me during the time. It landed me jobs, and those weren't those weren't goals. Those were just chasing a paycheck. It was just chasing a paycheck. Me being a MCSC certified in Cisco, CCNA, and knowing Novell was just chasing a paycheck. It was, oh, HR is looking for that. Let me take those and I'll land this 9 to 5 job. It's equivalent to you now saying, oh, let me get this OSCP so I could land this pen testing job. Not saying it won't work, but again, you're chasing the 9 to 5. You're chasing that paycheck. It's not yours, right? You have the knowledge, you have the skill, but it's not yours. You'll just be working for someone else. Now, I'm not coming out here to say that, oh, everyone should be an entrepreneur. It's not meant for everyone. And I understand that. Maybe it's not even meant for me, but I do have a passion. I do have a drive. And I still always in the back of my mind feel like I want to do something else on my own, which I have done many businesses in the past and current, but to eliminate that at least. Okay. So hope this was educational as much as it was an insight to my thinking and I guess my philosophy of things on how to live. And hopefully, this event that I'm planning within the next month or so, a month or two, maybe, yeah, around there in November, sometimes in November, I'm definitely going to record it and post it up. It'll be very a big goal, a big achievement for me at least, for at least contributing to my first live event hosting professionals in a space. Okay, so just wanted to share that with you guys, and hopefully subscribe and do all that YouTube stuff because it helps drive my motivation still. Thanks, and I'll see you guys again really soon. Take care.